It says you are live. Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday. I want to say May 25th. That might be wrong, so don't mark your calendars quite yet. But I was heading to work here on this beautiful day here in Indiana, north central Indiana. And I had a couple things I wanted to talk about. It's not really a Jason Handy video because I feel like I would be lying to people if I marked it as Jason Handy, that people would be hearing me talking about vacation suggestions. So I thought I'd just mark it what it is. Just asking for suggestions, which I'll get to that in a second. But I wanted to say a little shout out to Ed Wesker Griff. He may be the only person in the community that knows the two bands I'm going to be mentioning. I've been listening to a lot of CDs in my car. And people who know me, know my channel, and known from the inception, knows I'm a big fan of music and movies. And a lot of the music I listen to, and I guess movies, are more of the off the beaten path type stuff. So punk rock, straight edge, the hardcore type of music I like. And I was listening to a lot of Boy Sets Fire and Get Up Kids. And I would assume that only Ed probably would even know who those two bands are. Please correct me if I'm wrong, or there's other guys out there or gals. But I looked at my analytics yesterday just for kicks and giggles, and said I had 100% male audience. So I would feel safe to say that there's probably not many females that are listening. But anyways, I've been listening to a lot of the Get Up Kids and Boy Sets Fire, and it kind of captures my '90s youth growing up. And I love finding their CDs like at flea markets and pawn shops and the secondhand stores. It's always a good time. I'm always adding more CDs to the collection. I picked up some 41 and the Rancid recently as well. So just good times, good times. So anyways, with that being said, the reason for this video, I don't want to spend too much time lollygagging around, if you will. But in about 2 weeks, I will be going to South Carolina, and Myrtle Beach in particular. My son has a travel baseball game that week, and they're going to spend the entire week there having a tournament at the Cal Ripken Jr. Myrtle Beach Classic or something along those lines. Now, you might have also mentioned, if you've been watching some of my videos as of late, John Mangini is going to be in town. He has a house in Myrtle Beach, him and his wife, and we're making it making a strong effort that when there was some downtime with my son's games, I'll be getting together with John at least in some way and hanging out with him off and on, hopefully more than once if possible, just depending on the baseball schedules as well as his own schedule, of course. But when I'm not hanging out with John Mangini, when I'm not at a baseball park in Myrtle Beach, for the people who have been to Myrtle Beach, either who live in the area, South Carolina area, or who are vacation, because I know that's a very hot vacation spot, I was just looking for some suggestions on what to do, where to go, what to see, where to eat, what types of food or restaurants are in that area that you have to check out. I'm not big about chains. I want to eat local places, so that's always important for me to mention. I don't have anything against chains, but that's not what this video is about. But, McDonald's is McDonald's is McDonald's, Outback's Outback is Outback, Panera Bread's Panera Bread is Panera Bread. So, I don't need these places. That's everywhere in the United States, and quite frankly, those kind of places I don't like anyways. I want to eat at the local places, the places where the locals eat, the mom and pop places, the places that might be off the beaten path a bit. So the Greasy Spoons, the Hidden Gems, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff. Raphael Hidden Gem, not that Hidden Gem. But, those are the places I'm looking for. Maybe some cool museums, some cool, art somewhere. So maybe some cool architecture. That kind of thing, walking tours. I'm sure there's plenty. I know it's a beach. So I don't really need you to say, oh, you need to go check out the beach. Oh, that's probably pretty obvious. So yeah, I'm not looking for some of the obvious things. I'm looking for the things that people who are not from that area, or people who've experienced Myrtle Beach more than maybe once, or are like myself who likes to go to the places where the locals hang out. Where if you're from the Myrtle Beach area, these are the places you frequent. There's some really cool shopping, antique malls, flea markets, that type of stuff. I'm into that kind of thing as well. Since I'm going to be there a week, I feel like I have plenty of time to do stuff. It'd be, if I was there for 2 or 3 days, I'm probably hitting some of the touristy things because that makes the most sense. But since I'm going to be there, I think a week, and it's really depends on his schedule, his baseball. Like if they go in, like they kill it, well then we might be there the full week, every minute of the day. If they end up going there and laying an egg, and taking a dump on the field, and we might be back in 2 or 3 days, I guess. I don't know, but I want to make the most of my trip. I've never been to South Carolina. I've been to North Carolina multiple times. Been to Georgia multiple times, so I've kind of got the vibe. But I know South Carolina. I know a lot of people who've been there on vacation, the people who live there who just love the state. So I'm super excited about it. I know my ex-wife will be going with us, and she's excited about it because of Nicholas Sparks. Can't say I'm on the same level with the Nicholas Sparks thing, but she's been reading his books, I guess, for the better part of 20 years. So she is thrilled. So I'm sure there's going to be some Nicholas Sparks traveling around and hitting up sites and locations and in regards to her request, which is totally fine. I'm all about happy life, happy ex-wife, happy life. So I want to make sure I don't get in. She doesn't bury my body somewhere in some field in South Carolina. So I will definitely be up for that challenge to see those places. But like I said, guys, I don't want the video to be super long. Just suggestions, things to do. And even if it's like the popular stuff as far as like sightseeing, there might be some things that people just recommend more than others. So out of the stuff that's kind of popular, what would be the things that you would suggest? If you only had a couple days, what would you hit up? Maybe that's a good way to present it. But if there's people who really like to do the deep diving, like do a little bit of the extra digging, go scratch the surface, go beneath a little bit of the obvious stuff about Myrtle Beach area in South Carolina, I would like to know those kind of things. I would be really interested in it. I don't think. I can look this stuff up myself. So it's not about that. It's about people who have suggestions, who've been there, done that, and have the T-shirt, to show it. So I know I can go online and look it up, but a lot of times online, looking up other people who I have no idea who they are or anything about, their perception of what might be something cool to do, it's not always necessarily a great way to go, And of course, Myrtle Beach is going to talk up Myrtle Beach. That's what they do. They want you to come and visit. So they're also mostly going to direct you towards the quote unquote popular sightseeing places to go. And they're going to not tell you a lot of times about the cool things that you would have to like ask the locals or ask the people who travel there frequently, what they like. So guys, that's it. Super quick. Shockingly, this will be under 9 minutes. I don't rarely do that. So congratulations and you're welcome. So I'm looking forward to the responses below. Please just give me your 2 cents. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching / listening, and we will see you soon. Peace.